Hello, I'm Deborah DeBoer, the Director of Professional Development at the North Shore-Barrington Association of Realtors. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Hasime Jashari, the Coordinator for the Education Department. Here's just a few things that Hasime coordinates. She answers all the questions from members about their education needs. She schedules and posts classes for the members to attend. She audits all the Zoom classes we hold, interacts with both Illinois Realtors and IDFPR. She maintains the records for the new NSBAR referral network. And that's just the beginning. She coordinates moving licenses in and out of the holding company, helps with all the inquiries about the holding company, reminds me and the members where and when classes begin. And if that wasn't enough, she does all those things cheerfully and with a lovely spirit. Hasime's voice is usually the first voice you hear when you call NSBAR. So Hasime, will you introduce yourself and tell a little bit about how you came to work here at NSBAR?
Hi, Deborah. First of all, thank you for those kind and nice words. And apparently it seems like you are keeping me busy. Yes. Same with the members.
Yes, we are.
So I initially started with NSBAR in 2011, and then I worked until 2015 and left to have a child. And then I was given the opportunity back in November of 2019 to return back to work. And here I am in the education department.
Well, and Hasime, you and I hadn't worked together before, so it took us about a month, I think, maybe a little more than a month to sort of find our way together. But I have to tell you, I would be lost without you at this point in time. So I am so glad that you came back to work here at NSBAR.
Thank you, Deborah. And I couldn't be any more happier to take on this role with such a great company and staff and members. So it goes to show that the couple months that we are color coordinating today. So
yes, we
are on the same page. So that's
we're on the same page. I'm going to tell you, I'll share with you as members I've already told you a lot of wonderful things that Hasime does. But I'm going to tell you two of the most wonderful things that I appreciated about her. One of the things is she is unfailingly polite, kind, and generous, regardless of who asks her what and what they ask her to do. She does her best. Interestingly enough, combined with that, she is the most graciously persistent, doggone it, we're going to get it done and we're going to get it done person I ever met, which for me to have an assistant who has to deal with the state, with all sorts of different issues, is a wonderful combination. I think that comes because Hasime, you did some other things before you joined NSBAR too that kind of give you that drive to succeed and to win. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, since Deborah wants me to talk about my past life, I was involved in roller derby for about 6 years. And actually, before I was given the opportunity to join NSBAR, I was thinking about getting back into roller derby, but because of COVID, that never happened. So I chose NSBAR.
Well, here and sometimes it feels, I'm sure, like we're playing roller derby here at school, here in the education department. Hey, Hasime, I know people ask you questions all day long. So let me start by asking you, if I were to call you and say, I'm a member and I need to know what I need, I don't know what I need to do to finish my CE, what would you tell them?
Well, first, what I do is I research their record through our system, NSBAR system, IDFPR, and with Illinois Realtor to see what they have completed and what they haven't completed. And then right now, because we are in the broker renewal, it is required that they take 12 hours of continuing education, which consists of 4 hours of core, which is mandatory, and then 8 hours of elective, and it is recommended that they complete a code of ethics, which is for 3 hours, and a 2-hour sexual harassment and safety course, and then another 3-hour elective of their choice.
Okay. And we offer lots of different electives, and we'll probably have more on our calendar even in the first quarter of the year to give people choices about what the electives would be. They can get these, just so you all know, you can register for these classes at NSBAR.org/education. You can also do it from your phone if you want. So Hasime, one of the other things I'm being asked all the time, are we in person, are we in Zoom, or are we online?
At this time, Deborah, we are only online. And up until the first of the year, for a couple reasons, we have the concerns of members and staff. And then our second reason is we are doing renovation in our Northbrook campus.
And boy, that renovation is going to be beautiful. We are looking at the way to do that to make it healthier. We're looking at air quality. We're looking at how to keep our members safer. And we're looking at how to make our facility more user-friendly for our members by creating an event center, by creating a space where people can just pop in and work if they want, if they're between appointments, to give them a place where they can plug in and work. So I think it's going to be really exciting. I'm hoping for January 1. I wouldn't be surprised if it was February 1, but we'll be back to doing in-person classes at that time. You know, Hasime, but there are people who tell me that they can't, for whatever reasons. They have a full-time job, they have children at home, they can't actually come to in-person classes. And they really can't even make the time, they can't be pinned to the time that we provide the Zoom classes. Do we have any options for those people?
We do, Deborah. There are two options for them, for the members. NSBAR is now providing classes on Saturdays. They can just check our calendar at nsbar.org/education. And we also have a online link that will let members take online courses, and that is through Illinois Realtor.
Okay, thank you. The Saturday classes, they are something we are just experimenting with. And so far I have been pleasantly surprised is really the word, by how many people are enrolling in the Saturday classes. So it's something I think that we'll continue to do and test and see how they work. There's something that I want to remind people about IDFPR while we're here online. IDFPR is having a little bit of technical difficulties. Oh, that's the nicest way I can say that. And here's the problem that we're really facing and that all of our members are going to face. When I upload, or when Illinois Realtors or any other school uploads the information that you took classes, that a member took classes or a licensee took classes, somehow that information is not quickly uploading to their site. So if you're looking at IDFPR and you know you've completed 12 hours and nothing is there, don't be surprised. We're hoping that these problems will be solved before we actually go into renewal in the beginning of next year. And by the way, you can't renew even if you've completed everything, you aren't able to renew until probably March of next year, early March of next year. That's one of the reasons it's so critically important that people take their classes at NSBAR, because we track them. You can call us at any time and say, what classes did I take in the last 5 years? And we can tell you. If you are taking classes somewhere else, here's what I'm going to caution you. And I'm even going to say, keep track of the ones at NSBAR. When you get the certificates, the emails, however you are notified that you've passed a class, put them somewhere where you can find them. So if they don't solve the problem and someone says to you, oh, John Doe, you did not complete your CE, and you know full well you did, you have some documentation to prove that, okay? One of the other things that people are having a little trouble with us is registering. Our process to register is not as simple as possible. There's this thing called a NERDS number that they often have to find. How do they get that, Hasime?
Well, they can call us or text us. And mainly Kim and I will give them that number, and that will get them into their member webpage with us.
And in the member webpage, they can get lots of information. They can pay their bill, they can access forms and contracts, they can do a lot of things there.
Yep,
So
they
that's
can
a
do
great thing.
classes.
Remember that NERDS number, that NRDS number, that's your access point. Some of our members are managing brokers though, and they won't renew until 2023. Can they be taking any of their classes now already?
Yes, they can take classes now. But they don't, they do not renew their license until 2023. They do need to do the same 12 hours plus an additional 12-hour managing broker courses.
Right. And while the 12 hours, the regular 12 hours, the core and the electives are available already, the 12-hour managing broker class probably won't be available till sometime next year.
That's
So
correct.
people shouldn't get themselves all worried about, oh, I have to take that yet if you're a managing broker.
Right.
We have another group of people who register who take classes with us as well. And that's our people who are brand newly licensed. We bring them in, we do orientation, we make sure they complete their code of ethics. And then they have more school they need to do. Then they have 45 hours more to complete. How are we providing that for them?
Yeah. Okay, Deborah. So we provide 3 modules, module 1, module 2, and module 3. They can register at any time for those classes, which we do provide every month. They do not need to be taken in order. The only thing that needs to be done is they need to be completed before April 30th of 2022.
Okay. And they don't need to do them all in 1 month. What we've decided to do, because 45 hours is a lot of classes, we do module 1 in 1 month, module 2 the next month, module 3 the next month, to make it easy on the students and also on the instructor. Anyway, Hasime, one of the most remarkable things that have happened to us in NSBAR this last year is we opened a holding company. For those of you who may not know what a holding company is, it's simply a company for people who want to maintain their Illinois real estate license without actively selling or buying or working in the real estate field. It gives them the opportunity to, for a very small fee, to join the company, not pay company fees, not pay MLS fees, some of those kinds of fees, but still place referrals back and forth. I have to tell you, Hasime has been invaluable about doing that. What were some of the biggest challenges you had with that, Has?
Well, a lot of, even still to this day, the challenges are just getting them transferred. And I don't think it's necessarily on our end, it's from IDFPR's end, on getting them transferred into our holding company. And again, as you talked previously about IDFPR having the technology issues. But at this point right now, I think we have a steady flow and great communication with IDFPR, that it is very smooth and getting the process done easily.
You are doing a great job. You are, I think if people knew how easily you do it, they'd be calling you all the time. Not that I want to suggest that to everyone, but holy cow, you've figured out how to do this. You really
I think
have.
it's happening though, Deborah. There's more have been calling, the word's getting out. So who's ever spilling the beans needs to.
It's getting out. It's just another way we help our members. We communicate with our members in a couple of different ways. So let me end this by talking about how we communicate with our members. Every Wednesday, you get a general newsletter from NSBAR that just talks about what's going on in the real estate world or here at NSBAR. And then on Sundays, we send out, Hasime, you told me, I think it goes out on Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, the actual education newsletter goes out.
Sunday.
And all of that does is it reminds people what's going on in the upcoming month, what classes are available. That's not much general news about NSBAR. It is very focused on where are the classes and what classes you can take. Hasime, I'm going to say thank you so much for spending your time with me this morning. We spend a lot of time together, but I really appreciate it.
I enjoy it.
Yes. And I'm also going to say we are, to all of our members who keep asking, are we going to ever do classes in person? Boy, we are anxious to do them in person as well. So we're working toward that. We'll probably work toward a little blended classes. Because we can't use our own facility, one of the other things we're doing is we are actually going out in offices. So if you are in an office that would like to bring education into your office and do CE right in your facility, we are willing to do that either by Zoom or in person. And we're excited about what's coming up in the next year. What's coming up in the next year? I think there are going to be so many different ways to deliver education and so many different things going on. And I am ever delighted to have someone in my education department who is as helpful as this. So thanks, Has.
Thank
All
you,
of our
Deborah.
members have a great day today. Thanks.